Man, I have always loved racing games. Racing games were the first type of video game I ever really played, and they're probably the reason I play so many games today. We've got so many memorable titles, all the way back to like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and to the most recent Dirt title, which I actually haven't even gotten to play yet, but I've been really wanting to. Gotta get it on my PlayStation. I feel like racing is the ultimate test of skill. You put two people in a car, whether it be the same one or a different one, or on the same track or a different track, and you see who can drive faster and with more precision. It's a blood-pumping sport in real life that I love to watch, and it makes for a great time on your console or PC at home. But where racing games really enter a fun-ass domain is in the form of derby arcade games. You know, the games where you just crash and wreck and just slam into everybody, just got shit flying around everywhere. You know, you just fuck up all kinds of shit, blow it up all sky high. We've all gotten bored in racing games and driven backwards and see which cars we could hit. Maybe one of them pissed us the fuck off, so we're going out to get him, just whole targeting call on us. But why not make a racing game that's centered around that type of chaotic thrill, you know what I mean? Twisted Metal Black, Burnout Revenge, Jack X Combat Racing, Flat Out, and Rocket League. Man, these are some of the great games that I can think of when it comes to unique arcade races that provide blowing up the ever-living shit out of your friends and enemies on the track. So when I saw the new trailer for Destruction AllStars last June, man, you know I was hyped as hell for this shit. So now, the game is out. It's finally dropped. Gotten to play it. And what do I think? I think it's pretty damn disappointing. So if you're not aware of Destruction AllStars, I'll give you a little rundown on what it is. Destruction AllStars is an all-new vehicular combat game centered around just wrecking the shit out of everyone else in this big giant arena. It's got a fun cast of characters, my favorite of which are Lupita, this little fox chick, I don't even know, but her car catches on fire and lights people on fire. It's pretty cool and it looks sexy. And then Twinkle Riot. And I like Twinkle Riot because she's also got a cool car, and not for any other reason that you might be thinking I like her. But anyway, it's got a fun cast of characters, some wicked cool cars, and some stunning looking arenas. I mean, seriously, look at this fucking game. Just look and listen to it for just a second. It sounds and looks awesome. But where this game differs from most of these other arcade rally racers and shit is you can actually jump out of your car at any point and switch to one of the many constantly spawning in. And it makes for some really fun, quick, and non-stop gameplay. You do get kind of knocked out a lot, which is like the equivalent of getting blown up. But if you're managed to jump out just in time, you can keep one life going the entire game. It's very unique and nice strategy for a game like this, and I'm happy to see something like it because it definitely is one of the best parts about this game. Not only can you just run around and get in other cars, but your characters have these little side abilities that do certain things. For example, the girl I play as Lupita, she can run and leave a bunch of fire behind her, and anybody who drives over it, touches it, takes damage. All the characters have a unique ability that differs from everyone else, but they also share too when you've activated this ult. When you do it, you can run really fast and also double jump, which helps with the little parkour mechanics that are implemented in the game, but also just makes sure you have a much safer experience while you're on the ground, because there are cars fucking everywhere, and if you get hit, you're fucked. You can also use this to your advantage to jump on enemy cars. You can either hijack them or you can just blow them up. You have to do a quick time event, and if you don't nail that right, they'll shake you off. Once you drive around or run around for long enough and crash and rack up your points, you eventually build up an ultimate vehicle kind of thing that you can call in, kind of like a Titan from Titanfall. Once you call it in, you can hop in it. It usually has a little bit more health, sometimes a little faster, depending on which character you play as. And they all have one big ultimate ability that recharges fairly quick, but you still gotta wait for it to recharge once you've used it. I've played with all of them, and they're all really cool. Some of them are better than others for sure, but my personal favorite is Lupita's. I just think it looks so awesome, it sounds awesome, and I just love that I can leave a trail of fire behind me. No one's ever gonna be chasing me because they'll always take damage. Love that. So where exactly did this game fall short? I'm talking pretty highly of it, you know? Why isn't it alongside these other rockin' titles? Well, there's one sole reason that this game simply can't be great in the current state that it is. It's because it has a serious lack of content within its gameplay. The game is really fun. It's got really simple controls that are easy to use and just, you know, to make a fun game, but only about for 15 to 20 minutes. Once you get past all that first time stuff and play each character once or twice, the variety seems to come to a grinding halt. The only real diversity in the gameplay is playing through each of the characters, but at its core, it's still the same shit over and over again. Smash, jump, run, yada yada, and that's it. Now I know you might be wondering, isn't that what I want from a game like this, to blow shit up over and over again? Yeah, but I need some more within the battlefield of vehicles. So what I want to do is go back and check out some of the games that I mentioned earlier and see how some of the little things that those games had in them, if they were added into Destruction AllStars, how Destruction AllStars could become a great iconic racing derby game. First of all, let's talk about Twisted Metal Black. Holy crap, y'all, this game was wild. Did anybody else play this game? I know I'm not the only one, but if you don't know what this game was, it's basically what Destruction AllStars is, but with this super hardcore cast of characters. I mean, you had some wild fucking people in this game. And while Destruction AllStars has a unique cast of characters and vehicles as well, what it's missing are those little details that made Twisted Metal Twisted Metal. If y'all played this, do y'all remember the Preacher guy? If you don't or haven't ever played Twisted Metal, the Preacher just drove around in this truck with like a giant fucking spear on the front or like a cross or something, and you could launch people from it. You would impale people on the front of this fucking thing and then just shoot them and they would explode and destroy whatever they hit. What the fuck? Sure, that's a little extreme for the Fortnite vibes that Destruction AllStars gives off, but the point being, other than looks, none of the base cars or even special vehicles have a lot going for them other than their ultimate ability. Nothing that really defines them from the rest of the characters. Nothing that really just makes them super duper unique. Sure, they have their abilities and they look cool, but at the end of the day, there's no little things that are just really game changing or really cool and iconic that any of these cars have. I'm not saying that I need to be able to launch people from it, but what I'm saying is maybe this game would thrive for some other small little abilities that each character has. One main ability for the one car that you get is a little weak considering there's only 2 ways to attack in every single car and they're all the same. I just feel like there needs to be a little bit more variety within the destruction part of the game. Another key feature that would make this game way more exciting would be the implementation of some sort of pickupable item or weapon. Jack X Combat Racing, Hot Wheels Velocity X, holy shit, do y'all remember these fucking games? These games were nostalgic as crap. These were games on the PS2, and they had this system down already. You could drive around and pick up items like rockets or machine guns and tear your opponents up with them. Velocity X, you could actually spawn into a level with a certain gadget, and as you went around the map, you could pick up more and cycle between them and use what you needed when you needed it. Why does this game, Destruction AllStars, not have a system like this? It seems like a huge waste of opportunity. It doesn't have to be rockets or guns or anything violent if they're trying to keep it, you know, for everybody. But look at Mario Kart. It just needs something to spice up the gameplay a little bit. You can't expect us to use the 2 attacks that this game has for its entire lifespan. We need more variety within our attacks, especially since our ults have to be earned and have cooldowns on them. Maybe just make something simple like you can shoot out some fucking goo that makes someone stuck and then you can ram them, you know? Something simple. Doesn't have to be crazy, doesn't have to be game breaking, it just needs to give it a little pizzazz. This game also desperately needs newer and fresher game modes, y'all. Right now there are 4. 2 solo game modes and 2 team-based, and the only one worth playing is the solo free-for-all Mayhem, which you just drive around and get points for hitting each other. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. There's also Gridfall, and this is just a survival mode where the floor falls over time till there's only one winner, kind of like that last level in Fall Guys. Sure, it's fun the first few times you play, but it gets stale quick. Carnado is a unique team game mode where the more you hit people, the more points you get. Then you have to drive your points into a giant tornado in order to bank them for your team. But due to the lack of teamwork and your teammates trying to hit you 99% of the time instead of the opponents, it just ends up frustrating. Same goes for Stockpile, which is a weird version of domination from Call of Duty. You wreck the opponents, and then you have to exit your vehicle to collect the items, then get back in your vehicle, drive to one of the 3 A, B, and C points, and then you have to get out of your car again, and then stand on the point and bank in your cash. It's cool because I understand that they're trying to get you to run around and use the melee system a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of a tedious game mode and gets old really fast, just like the other two do. While these game modes are unique, they just don't play very well in this uncontrolled chaos of a game. That's why Mayhem stands superior. It's just fun to wreck the shit out of people over and over again. But I think this game would definitely thrive from some party games. Think about what they use in Forza Horizon with the infection type game mode, especially because you can run around. Imagine combining the hijacking method in an infection mode where multiple players have to jump onto an uninfected player's vehicle and they have to try and shake and wreck them off of the car to survive. Wouldn't that be fun? Or even just a simple capture the hill or capture the flag mode. These would work great for solo players or for team-based people, and it'd be a blast with the carnage in this game because that means that the flag and the point is going to always be changing. It's going to always be moving. It's never going to get bored. It's never going to find a dull spot. It'll just always be fun and fresh. And of course, you could always add in some fun little side modes, something similar to soccer like you have in Rocket League. Now, I also have a few kind of big suggestions. Not a game developer at all. I have no idea how hard it is to make any of this stuff or what time goes into these things, but I feel like this game would definitely improve upon these ideas. Do y'all remember Flat Out or even Burnout? Well, if you play Destruction AllStars, you can't tell me this game wouldn't be absolutely fun as hell if it had some actual tracks for racing, like in Speed Racer, you know? Use all the driving mechanics the game has already, just on a linear track. Have cars spawn in along the way so you can still hop in and out, but make it a competition about speed and precision rather than just brute force and carnage. Plus, you add in those combat items I was talking about, and you have a recipe for some really damn fun game modes and races. This next suggestion is more of a personal grievance with the current game system rather than something I feel the game lacks. But maybe a mode where everyone has their special cars from the start and can just continuously use them. I can't help but feel that since the cars are already locked to only you, are unhijackable, and need a cooldown for the one ability that it has, it couldn't hurt to just use the special car constantly. Or maybe just update the game so that the special cars have more than one ability. One super trait that is harder to obtain or recharge, and then two kind of alternative ones that you get more frequently but aren't as powerful. Kind of like in Overwatch, you know? It just feels so silly to have to wait all that time for a car with one ability, and some of which aren't even that great. As of right now, to me, the only real perk of having a special car is the look and maybe speed. At the end of the day, their abilities make them feel underwhelming, considering the process you have to go to obtain them. My final suggestion would be some more items for the players that are running around. Obviously, they want us to use this running mechanic that they put into the game. It's really well polished, so why not let us use it to the full potential? Maybe you give us some grappling hooks that we can pick up to help us get around the map safer and faster, or to become more of a nuisance for drivers, allowing us to grapple to a vehicle and steal or sabotage them. Or just get a new fresh vehicle faster than any other runner. Heck, an armor lock ability like in Halo, although annoying as shit, would actually be kind of fun. It would make runners a bigger threat, but not too overpowered. Just something to really flesh out the unique running mechanic that this game has given us, and not leave it so basic like it is right now. What really hurts about Destruction AllStars is that it sits on this foundation of what seems like unlimited potential. Most of these games only scratch the surface for their time and gameplay, and Destruction AllStars has some really fun and simple driving and smashing mechanics. It's got some gorgeous maps that all feel pretty unique given that they all came out at launch, a fun cast of characters, some wicked cool sounding and looking cars, and just overall it's pretty fun on its own. What Destruction AllStar needs is just a few quality of life updates that's really spice up the gameplay for the long run and make players feel more rewarded for wrecking havoc around the course. I have a pretty good feeling that if the devs put in some combat items like I suggested, or maybe implemented a racing playlist, that the game won't only skyrocket in popularity because of the newfound diversity in it, but it could also stand as an iconic racing game in the PS5's newly formed life cycle. I hope to see some love and care come to this game because right now it's really fun. I just don't know how long it'll be fun. You don't see many games like this anymore. The most recent game I can think of like this recently is Wreckfest, you know? It would be amazing to see this game go to new heights that I think it can reach. What do you guys think about Destruction AllStars? Have y'all gotten to play it yet? Are you debating? Is it a great game as is? Does it have potential? Or is it a huge flop? Let me know what some of y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.